game number 2. Secret up against it. Can they come back and draw things up? Let's find out.
Thank you very much, Paul. Yeah, Secret versus BP. Game 1 that was sort of started slow and ended all now in games as sort of the super duper airblade build. Really, is going to be the plan from VP. Get this TB to a point, buff him up to an insane amount, and he's going to be a pretty scary raid boss. The question is, do Secret have the tools to deal with that?
I don't know. Alacrity, Bloodlust, and Power. He's gonna be feeling pretty good on the Tower Blade, but glad Kevin did point out the Dispels, of course, for that brew. Could be a solution. However, you can't actually just spam it, because your Wind Panda does have a certain amount of mana. I believe you have 2 usages of each spell when you are actually in that Wind Panda, so we will see if that is a factor. And also, they did do some like counter picks, right? They went for the Venom to deal with the Magnet Split. They went for the Zeus to have the damage versus the Tower Blade. So Secret definitely chose certain heroes to be able to deal with the VP's draft, but will it actually be enough is the question. Can a PL actually lane really well versus Invoker? Because in the past, PL was great versus Invoker in the lane. You'd always be able to like bully him, you charge him constantly, but from lately, I've been seeing especially no one just dominate the mid matchup no matter what it is.
Well, the end of that last game was a scary one for Secret, so...
That was skill, right?
Pure skill.
Of course, loser this won't be out of the tournament. Knocked down to the longer recess.
It also is important that, it is a Zeus, which is one of the heroes that people like to counterpick the Tower Blade with, but it's not the mid Zeus, it is an offlane Zeus, which gets sacrificed a bit. See a clash.
Fire Spirit's onto him. Sunstrike's gonna come in. Oh, doesn't connect. But he may take down. No, he will survive.
Solo force the TP.
Oh, that would have been quite the start. Strike did hit, just far ahead.
That could just completely change the mid matchup even more, right? A free null talisman. Oy.
See both sides. As expected, Sunstrike. Nice to secure the range creep.
Very down low on mana. We'll see if that actually affects him inside phase, because he wants to be able to keep his Forge Spirits up, and he's gonna have some difficulty. Clarities is not really likely PL.
Interested to see how well Zai can do this game, because sort of as the panel said, in terms of the situations I was in last game as the Conquer, he didn't really get the chance to play as sort of a core. He did sort of fall off the wagon a little bit. Do you think he's going to have an easier time?
He's got to be careful. Solo is there.
I mean, he does, yeah. Solo's just going to down a bit, give him a good few punches.
One more hit, he's dead. He's dead.
Oh, Solo. Just, I mean, I asked how Zai's going to do, and he doesn't make you look very good from the off. He gives up first blood.
He's an offlaner as the Zeus versus a pretty strong damage dealing lane. Like, this is a great lane for VP.
Okay, but is there you've sort of got this Brewer and Zeus. I feel like in other situations we see the Brewer as the core, the Zeus as the support.
It's true, but the Ogre is one hero that really is a big X factor. A lot when you're laning versus pretty much anything. It's like, oh god, we have a Weaver or a PL versus an Axe. Ogre's there, and he just changes the matchup.
They're just getting a second kill.
He's got 6 stick charges too.
He's like, go on then, throw your nuke out. I'm okay. I've done the maths. I can regen off and walk away. Solo is just absolutely toying with these boys.
And that's the majority of the Zeus mana pool too. Very, very costly. As no one has started to, I mean, he's regained his mana much. He hasn't really been using spells, been safe. Only used the 1 Force Spirit at the start, now playing the lane very nicely, tied up more.
That's the thing, to bear in mind. Solo getting them as low as they were up top and killing them, there was also potential Sunstrike if needed. And that they didn't need it. Solo just fighting these kills on his own. So again, if he gets them even anywhere close to where he had them before, Sunstrike kills could certainly be set up.
Bottom could start to get troublesome though for VP. They've got this, Secret's got Venomancer and Rubik. Venomancer, one of the most annoying heroes to play melee heroes, as melee heroes. So every single time they step up, they're gonna get Gale, they're gonna get right clicks. Roger can't really commit too much to help Phoenix. His right clicks are pretty pathetic.
They are both heroes that I guess can play away, that they have a skewer and a dive through the distance, but good plays with the telekinesis could certainly still set up and punish those temp escapes. And top Zai suffering in CS. Not getting much out of this lane after Solo's able to play.
One more range creep than us so far, but he's also given up one of the points. So experience is even in the mid.
bottom, they do catch out Pasha. Kill on Pasha with that players talk about that. Yapzor. Yapzor does fall low. Roger still with some spirits to throw out. Connection over that last spirit, so Yapzor would survive.
This big lane versus, I mean, this one and mid. Mid should be pretty okay. He's doing just fine still versus the Invoker. Top though is, it's a complete free farm gonna be happening for Red. But she's getting slowed down a tiny bit, but they're getting kills because
this mid lane as well, you know, as you say, it's okay for the PL. In some sort of player versus player matchups, the PL would just straight up beat the Invoker. This is no one playing the Invoker really well to keep it consistent farm with.
he's got the raindrop. Will block the damage.
He did turn a little bit there.
They're paying for Sunstrike.
Come out.
Haven't heard it yet. Ramsey's still popping up.
No attempt with the Sunstrike? Okay.
No attempt.
No attempt. They're focusing on the farm. I believe what the creep wave was underneath the tower.
So I haven't seen the PL versus Invoker matchup that much after
No.
like, the Pollen or the Torment shield got
back
removed.
in the day.
But now like with the skilling of the 3 points in the Doppel, I think it's still PL favored, but now I've seen Invokers just getting better and better at the lane. With this double null build, with you using your Forge Spirit, might grow a bit better. It seems like Invoker. Puppy, top again. Getting pressure.
Solo, Puppy will turn a solo, just tank a few hits from the tower.
It goes for the Drunken Haste for that much more. I mean, it is a support brew, but getting the Drunken Brawler backfire when you're playing terribly with it. Bounties.
Was able to pick it up in time, and now Yapzor chop. Roger with the dive, damage over time. Yapzor's going to be taken down. Nisha trying to find Roger. Roger's got the Fairy Fire.
Spends his gold. Pasha doesn't care. He wants the bounty bird instead. Roger accepts death as solo. He might also have to accept death, or he might just make them go for a walk. Oh, he's even taunting them. He walks right back. Sees, he identifies to use this shrine.
Such a nuisance. They look at the mid lane. TP's going to be coming in.
Of course, the
cold
Doppel.
snap, but mid one doppels there. Solo with the wraparound too, as mid one in a lot of trouble. Set up with the fire blast. He does avoid the Sunstrike. Tried to turn towards no one with the illusions, but cannot kill off the Invoker, so will lose his life. Solo Roger with a smart play to keep one by surprise.
And we say Solo's just going for a walk, but he's actually setting up again. He probably calls for Roger to TP mid to get that nice wraparound.
Sequence in 5 for 3, favoring VP. They do have the one clear lead as well.
Vano, Nisha's not actually getting the most last hits down the bottom, because they're actually just like getting ran at for kills constantly. He's only at 17 on the Vano compared to Ramsey's 30. Far a great start. Almost no one. With this haste rune,
He's made sort of this surprise rotation that Puppy was not prepared for, not expecting. Zai will be able to get back underneath the tower.
might have to be careful though, Zai. There's a wraparound coming here. They're putting the ward down too. They have vision of him.
They want to go for this one and get themselves a second kill for this movement, and with the Sunstrike coming in, they certainly will. No one secures both kills. More money going the way of this Invoker.
With who already has Tread's double null, he's got the clarity going too, walks his way back mid, is full HP. Continue that laning stage versus mid one.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So still standing. I see it there with the lump roll. Ward will remain there. He need to dive in again. Ramsey's heading forward. He's got the reflection. Does have the stick charges too. Solo stick trying to throw damage back, and they do get Ramsey. Solo and Roger now sort of caught in an awkward position as Yapzor's coming with the counter rotation. Solo tanking the tower. Roger trying to get up from the trees. Will be able to kill offside. Roger Sunray. TP attempt to keep his distance away from Puppy, and it will work. Gets himself out of the map and out of the lane as he'll TP to safety. Solo is still able to survive as he runs back towards the tower.
He hits level 4 off the kill, skills up the Sunray. Usually don't see the Sunray skilled anymore that early on, but just to survive, Roger decides to...
And you can sort of see why Ramsey went, because if you look at Ramsey's, he is like, I don't know, like 1 XP away from Sunder. So he was relying on diving in and hitting that level 6 maybe to have that sort of clutch counterplay, but he didn't quite get the level 6.
Yeah, in the meanwhile, that was a solo kill mid, right? No one actually is able to find mid one by himself. I think what I saw initially when we saw the kills happening top was
Yeah, 'cause it must be the same
he
time.
used the cold snap, which allowed the doppel to happen, right?
Yeah.
And then after the doppel, I think mid one overplayed a little bit and then got ice walled and chased down. I believe that's what happened because doppel level 1 is still very, very long cooldown, so you can't get baited if it's cold snap and chased.
And Solo back in. You sort of throw a lot of damage at this ogre, you're not going to kill him.
He's happy with this anyway. It's
Yeah.
like you're using your
Your spells
spells on the
used.
ogre, yeah, instead of on Ramses. Gotta be a bit careful. Rubik is level 5 already. Damage coming. It's gonna push Solo out. Holding skill point.
Well, that was pretty cute as well underneath the tower. I mean, Ramses, he gets drunk in the haze, and there's a range creep by the tower. He uses the mirror image, gets the CS with that instead. Traded there and Poppy.
Pasha is still only level 5, Nisha is 7. That's it. Sorry, JJ.
So the three of them staying persistent up top. Yapsor will now move down towards the bottom. Nisha's in trouble. Chased here with the Sunray. Sunstrike coming down and BAM! On point. Pasha will die. Get Nisha out. One between the two cores, Roger. Okay, as well, Yapsor not with any firepower to throw down. Be still with the slight lead this game.
And it's important that that they get kills in bottom, because then Pasha, who's already kind of struggling on levels and money, he gets kills out of it, so gold and everything kind of gets stabilized versus that Venomancer. If you look at the net worth, it's, you know, Venom's still going to be high up there, but Magnus isn't in the most dreadful position possible. He's in a horrible lane, right? Magnus versus Venom is never in. You see Yapsor, typical Yapsor, getting all those secure kills, level 6. Already majority of the way toward that Yule Scepter. Top 5 net worth. No, there's 10 kills for V. The big scare is always this no one invoked is up to a phenomenal start. Point booster. Yeah, already that point booster. High levels of Exort too.
Not a lot you can do. Some self-flip. Quad 6, he's time on the way out the courier, that'll do it. Desire starting to pick it up a bit on this top lane, but still,
Dire's bottom tower is
great
under
for
attack.
Zeus.
And he is gonna go for a hood though on the turret. It's a little bit different, but it does make sense what it's worth. And Sunstrike.
Not quite enough, we'll split a little bit. A survivor, certainly. On his toes, but Poker.
So I was wondering if this would happen though. That hood that I was mentioning, Parablade. In a bunch of games, I do see when you're versus these like hard like counters that just mess you up as a Parablade, like the Pugnas, the Seduces. I was wondering if we'd see players go back to this because we did see it for some short period, right? Some players were opted to do that.
Just get the first, so they feel like
Yeah.
back when he
Slows you down on your item progression, but allows you to actually play your hero versus.
especially in a game where, as we talked about, because of all the buffs anyway, you're sort of up.
There's a lot of magic damage. So whenever there's a Zeus and a Rubik, there's going to be aggressive build. Meta to farm the triangle here. He has big stacks already starting. They're going to be really wanting to use that in power.
Dire's
Power
middle
Blade at some
tower
point.
has been
And Solo is
denied.
just giving the top lane. He's just going to soak in the pressure from the
Dire's
Zeus.
bottom tower is under attack.
No one gets the deny on his own mid tower.
Puppy wants to get wards down. He wants to try to set some up here. But watch the Terrablade's farm. The most important wards down. Zeus
Kills it. Roger. She able to get that last bit of poison damage. And so free to down low enough to tick out.
the vessel rush. High magic damage kind of coming through. So much burst.
No one. Kill onto Zai there.
He went, he was walk top. Kill. Hold snap versus Zeus. Can't really walk away. Circle is drawn by Solo that he wants to be playing on the left side of the map up. playing near that Venomancer. The Veno is always a scary factor when you're playing with these type of heroes, when you have Magnus and get on top of them easily. I mean, the Magnus charges skewer in with the Phoenix, but can be a bit scary. Good set up for some kills though, if they do make a rotation. I do believe they want to be playing them too, because if they're making space on top, then it's going to draw the attention. It allows Ramses to just play around that shrine.
Guys on mid one, and a smoke can back up so they can be there to help out. No one have a bit of a go onto mid one getting cold snapped. He's got the doppelganger, he's going to head up towards the north. There's going to be a telekinesis drop down with the supernovas out, with the AoE from the Chaos Meteor. They'll find mid one's PL.
Falcon. Ramses mid though. Got it.
Thunder available. Find a target to use it. Zai keeping himself to the edge. Roger will offer up his life if necessary, but charges with the hood. I think Ramsey's alive for now. Do they actually have the magical conversion? He still has that Thunder to play with, he's got it. Thunder's Roger. Gonna be okay for a little bit of time. Does get thrown up into the edge. Solo comes in with the side as the fire blast. The sun rays there from Roger to off the heel. Patcher with the skewer finding another target as Puppy being focused as Ramses. He's out with the metamorphosis. Gets the two of them. The double kill comes through. The Sunstrike, the fire blast connects onto Yapzor as Yapzor will fall as well. No one now wicked sick on his Invoker, and they were just desperate for that Terrorblade kill, but Ramses with the hood, it really made all the difference. He would have certainly been burst down before he gets that Sunder opportunity, and he hesitated with the Sunder. He knew that he could draw them into that spot by those stairs up to the high ground, and then go for the Sunder on Roger that would allow the rest of his team time to come out on top of that fight by a mile.
Yeah, I mean, the itemization there alone was just fantastic, and also the way VP played around it. Solo made the call even a minute before all that happened. He's like, I want to play on the left side, be sure to be backing up everybody. Roger is that tool to make sure that Ramses has a target, and this hood just doing so much work. He would have absolutely died.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
He was totally dead. And even at this point, you know, they're like, well, he's still low, he's used Thunder, maybe we can still find something, but the beam set up, Passion, no hesitation with the RP, securing themselves an extra kill out of the play. Picture perfect from VP.
Yeah, great teamwork.
Sunshine, well, giving that sort of vision to get that fire blast through to allow the control to get Yapzor too.
Is that one of the faster Aghanims we've had on an Invoker
15
too?
minutes in, it's got to be.
He got it a little bit before, right? Yeah. Look at that.
So 7 minutes faster than the average. 22 minutes and 24 seconds.
And it's not a naked one. He's got treads, he's got double null, he's got the wand as well. I mean, that's more of like the standard build now, but that's incredibly fast. He's also level 13 in this game. I mean, he's tied up with the PL, so there is that, but still pretty remarkable.
I mean, there's a reason why this team gets away with picking Invoker early, as the panel said. This is a no-one Invoker. You don't want to miss. I mean, how do you? They have got the Diffusal Blade on mid one and his PL. Still in a good position, but in terms of coming to these team fights where you're wanting to control the Invoker, not a lot of it. If they don't have the Primal Split, Puppy doesn't get the Primal Split off. Pretty much a telekinesis. Other than that, no one has the ability to dance in and around the team fights without too much threat to himself at all.
Zeus has been... Zai is only level 8. And this, the Sunshine's just gonna kill him!
Zai has... He's had some rough games on the off-lane. And this is certainly one of the roughest. I think he's behind Yapzor on the Rubik.
I mean, do you expect to take 600 pure damage at the 17-minute mark?
Yeah, but I mean, I know. You're the expert. You know, Zai, he's on the Zeus. Should he be doing as rough as he is? Like,
he's an off-lane Zeus. It is much harder. You don't see it often.
So you're saying this is the hero, this is the draft, this is the situation Zai's been put into. You're not saying Zai's just having a...
Oh, he's not having a great game either, of course, but he's put in a position where it's tough to succeed as the Zeus, right? You're playing versus an Ogre who's going to bully you out of the lane constantly.
Because, I mean, at this point, it really does feel like the Zeus brew lane, it did absolutely nothing.
It definitely did not do what they wanted. Not happen. But it's also because of the itemization, right? Like if Ramses didn't go for Hood, the Zeus would have absolutely gotten the kill earlier.
They said it in game one, the panel, you know, Zai ended up being another support, and I think he's ended up more of a support this game as well. His impact is this stage. You know, the hood obviously on Ramses, he's getting the BKB next. Like this Zeus, I don't think anybody is scared about the Zeus. his lineup. The best thing that Zai can offer at this point is the vision from sort of the Thunder God's Wrath. Damage is not good.
Or a blink cancel.
Sure, the blink cancelling could be nice.
But he's not going for one. He actually just went the Dominator. He had the blink gold. Pasha's like, I'm playing versus Venomancer Zeus. Yeah. I don't even want to get a blink right now. I'm going to play the farming game, and you know what? I'm not even going to get one anyway. I'm actually clearing up a pipe. That's how we deal with Venomancer. That's how we deal with Zeus. That's how we deal with lowest magic damage. Get magic with this. He gets a multi-cast here with the Sunstrike.
No. He's going for it. They've got to spread the damage.
They do spread it.
They do. They keep him alive, and they will pop the ult and take the cycle. That's a good attempt. Why not try for it? He's secret without a back to shit that Sunstrike. Sure, he can.
Might not have been enough. He had the cloak. I didn't notice. But it would have been close. Good share though. Good share though by Caps. Because of all these aggressive movements as we see on the map, the very deep vision coming up from DP, so they can actually see all the moves that Secret is making when they're even coming outside of the base. I mean, some of them were there for quite a long time, but this is just typical VP. Whenever they see these situations, when they're making deep plays, they put the double BKBs will be coming pretty early time on both balls that are a lot of. Even the PL, a lot of the damage that comes out from PL is the mana burn. Yeah.
I mean, overall, it does say it's just less than a 1k lead, but it feels like they are so much further ahead.
Especially when it's not just a Tower Blade in this game, like Panel was talking about. It's a Tower Blade who's going to have Bloodlust, Empower, eventual Alacrity.
I'll tell you. Let's get it right. Go.
It's got that 25% talent. So
that could be the saving grace.
Get back in, get those levels. Still
buying small items. He at least had some mobility out of it. If he can actually survive in the team fights, it's still a Zeus who does high damage.
Fun to catch it. Telekinesis onto Pasha. Pasha tried to secure it down to low ground, but he'd be trapped on the cliff. They get Pasha.
So kill, so some experience for him. That lasted.
Ramsey, this boy, he's not gonna die. He's got hood, he's got BKB.
It's so early to have it.
How do you kill him?
205 last hits already.
BKB as well. No one.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Another one faster. Then this one's not the average. This is the fastest. Thank you for pointing it out.
Sorry.
We saw it, JJ. We thought you pointed it out.
Only 31 faster than the average, but no, this is 31 faster than the fastest. My goodness. Oh, I mean, yeah, terrible. Who needs to step it up, Ramses? Come on. Why would I put that one? Poor Ramses. I mean,
it's still a fast BKB.
The game
There's just a
where
lot of times
got...
people rush it. This one he went for the little bit of greed. He went hood and
he's got loads. I mean, this is still great item timing, of course. It's just, it's record-breaking beat.
Sure.
Say that some other player obviously did.
Some other player.
I mean,
the way you say it.
Some other player. I mean, 15-minute BKB. Does that actually sound that good? That sounds like you're getting it way too quickly.
Is it? Judge.
They might have lost that game.
Don't
Can we
judge.
check down the stats?
Don't judge.
That game where there's a 15-minute BKB on Terrorblade, the Terrorblade lose.
Secret still has prioritized putting aggressive boards down, so they want to at least try to stalk and look for the kills on the Terrorblade, but as for his baiting, VP's been playing very well around Ram to make sure he doesn't actually cut up or surround alone. They always seem to be there with him. At least one or two of their heroes. Bloodlust and Empowers continue. For what small item here, at least a drum. Yeah, so it's something good for him to get the benefit with their spikes from. Yeah. Majority heroes gathering around that mid. Mid one is the highest level in the game still currently. He has Diffusal and Manta finished stuff.
He's still doing very well. I mean, both him and Nisha are really keeping themselves perfectly in the game treat. And Zai is, he's starting to catch up. Pasha's also starting to fall behind, so Zai is catching up to the pace of Pasha.
One thing we do have to watch out for is, though, the Phoenix, right? Phoenix is level 12 too, so high level egg, and they have combos to be able to break people hitting it. They have, of course, the RP, but they also have the Deafening Blast. Huge one to protect that Supernova. Could be a huge factor as well.
And we really could see some top lane, no one.
Tornado.
Tornado, TP out. He's
Oh,
not going to
Zai's
make it.
there.
He's going to put the BKB, turns with a deafening blast. Nisha and Zai are there with the wraparound. Can he escape with this BKB? They're popping the ult. The Sunray heal will come through from Roger. No one's still trying to get out, but he can't. Spirit Vessel's there, and Secret get a big pickup. Getting no one. A lot of money for Nisha. 756 bonus card to ending that 8-kill streak that no one was on.
Look, he misinvoked to a Tornado instead of the Ghost Walk, but I think inevitably he still dies anyway. The sentries are there, and there's they're constantly. It's a massive pickup.
There's a big one for them to.
BKB 2 that he used, so the 10 charge. They make their way into the rush pit immediately after the.
Well, that's what around gun. The S&Y was seeing. S&Y make a bit of a comeback in some of the players' eyes.
He wants to battle.
Yeah, it's a great amount of beef for him to have. Sort of, you know, that inexpensive mid-game item you can pick up. He's battle ready.
It's 10 seconds until Invoker pops up. We hear the early brew split popping out to try to protect this.
Solo
walks in.
Walks in and dies.
Invoker in 2 seconds. Also
Do anything to stop this Roshan though is Secret.
Back out of the pit though, they're looking for a fight.
Let's see if they can get Ramsey. KB Sundren. Hood.
I've been scared because Solo bought back and
How
also.
low was the rush? He got pretty low.
It's not that low.
Okay.
He still has 3,000. It's relatively low, yeah. I think they're afraid of the
Ramsey, he
Invoker.
wants that Sunder. He's BKB'd and he's walking in to find a Sunder target, but he doesn't find one. If you can't find a Sunder target during the BKB, that's not great news.
That's a BKB wasted for sure.
And now he can't find easy Sunders. We are going to see them find Puppy outside of the pit. No, he hasn't got the primal split. Nisha popping the Gale onto Roger. Setups there for Tornado to come in, and Supernova as well committed. Goes up from Yapso, but he's stuck in a bit of a tough place. Deafening blast and right clicks from Ramses with the Metamorphosis will finish him off. Buyback comes out for the Rubik. Zai has burst out Pasha on the side. Pasha does have buyback available if he wants to commit for the fight. He certainly does. Buys back, and he's heading over. Heading over to join the rest of his team as VP are pushed back towards the shrine. The shrine is unavailable though. Crip back into the pit. Sunstrike's going to check out the current situation. Now, we do have the team fight ready still. They've got that RP, but so does Secret. They're just without the primal split themselves.
Meta is almost gone. He has BKB up in 8 seconds now, so let's handle mental.
Yeah, they want to be there, and they find a good job. There's the RP coming through, but it doesn't catch anybody. It doesn't catch anyone at all, and Mid-One's already killed off Solo. Secret going to get the rest of them out of there. The Sunray's out on Tanisha. Puppy heading in for the side. As to VP, they've not managed to find any kills out of this engagement. They've now got to try and retreat. Sunstrike's down, connects onto Zai, but there's the burst. Mid-One chases down a second, double kill as he picks up the finish onto Roger. Not the fight at all that VP were trying to execute. They're now without Metamorphosis, they're without RP. Secret will happily go back into the pit. I don't think they've got anything to worry about at all when it comes to getting this Roshan and an Aegis. That is a hefty team fight loss for VP. And some very nice gold and glory secured for Mid-One on his PL.
See why that Magnus is so difficult to play versus Venomancer, and even throwing in a Zeus on top too. Just can't find opportunities to go for RPs. When he does try to go for it, it's a PL who I believe gets the doppel off.
He's able to jump away, cast that all.
That was a great way that Secret kind of played that, and just like walking in and poking, and then walking back and poking again. Brewmaster, the split by Puppy was really nicely used in the beginning before the fight even starts, just to kind of give vision, and then Zai throws down a Zeus ulti to give vision as well. They've just had so much information inside the team fights in comparison to VP, who were kind of running in blind, right? We see Ramsey's BKBs and runs in the pit like, wait a minute, no one's here.
No, that was a very sort of awkward start to the fight from VP. Absolutely punished. Zai up there in the goal. A rough start. So we have seen Zai struggle recently. Tough beginning.
Halfway toward agony. That could be, I mean, even more annoying to deal with inside of the fights.
That almost.
Yeah, there's just Bueno Wards, Nimbus, Rulings.
What is Pasha getting next? He needs either the Shadow Blade or.
He's gotten the hood, so at least he can absorb like the Zeus ulti.
Okay, he's gone back the hood.
I mean, he can hood, pop the hood, absorb the Zeus ulti, still blink.
Still blink, yeah. That works.
He has to be able to get something off, because it does seem like them walking into the fights is super difficult for what Secret has. Secret just has such a great way inside of like that big area whenever they do set up for it. Small chase.
Yep. Super necessary.
So VP, just like last game, I do think that they're gonna chill for a little bit, wait for that Aegis to tick down unless they see a bigger fight that they can try to take. They still have high farming mechanics, as mentioned. Alpha Wolf has been following Ramses now for a while. They're gonna beat Bloodlust and Impact. Spot out here. Not looking like a great place for VP to fight. Near a shrine. Uphill. I could get picked off here though with no defensive item. Has to hide in the tree line. Will he get found? Long TP. TP to the shrine. But whenever you see those long TPs, uses the split.
Maybe see if we could force a BKB charge out of Ramses. He will chase him down, set up with the Wind Panda. It's already out from Ramses. See if Ramsey does get spooked. The rest of Secret are heading over under the cover of smoke to get there that little bit quicker, but is by the shrine, so TP's come in, Pasha's there, Roger as well. See if Secret really want to try and push them. Well, the Tornado coming down as well as the EMP as Puppy get punished. The Sunstrike going to be off the mark. The ult comes out, but Ramsey's moves in with the BKB. The Supernova's there. RP controlling Mimble, making sure he can't hit the egg down as they'll kill him once.
Did steal it. Yapsor also has the Blink Dagger.
See if they can make a big counter play here as now VP indeed are having to back away. Yapsor jumping in. Oh, Yapsor! Absolutely beautiful. Comes in. Stolen RP onto 3 and VP. Oh boy, they're getting knocked back yet again. Yapsor on his Rubik. Just like that. Title and best Rubik in the world. Oh man, they weren't ready for that one. Did they see that it was stolen, do you think?
I do think they had to have known it was stolen, right? That's like
They were grouped up, the 3 of them. I guess on the retreat they had to sort of get away.
Costly's eye though.
Couldn't have been better then.
Will get set up on top. Will easily be brought down now. They will at least get one kill out, which is not a lot. Oh, 668 for no one. High ground is already being breached.
There's no RP, there's no Supernova. Ramsey's using meta right, so he's not even going to have that. Is he when he's back up? How long am I there?
80 seconds.
Without metamorphosis. Secret are pushing it.
They had to commit so much just to kill the Aegis. That's the big benefit for Secret. So low.
He goes forward, but he's just going to get ripped apart straight away. Tampanish is there, he's surrounded, Solo's gone. The Meteor does get dropped down.
Who force-staffed him in? I think that was Nisha. Yeah, it was Nisha. Aggressive force-staff pushing Solo out, even more out of position.
Pasha's back in, saying no RP. Brahma split up again. Puppy using it to keep BP at bay, making sure Mivon's got the space to take the range tracks and the Mayonnaise Rex as well as it looks to be. Butcher's not going to do anything to keep him off. They've got the submarine, he does play careful. Gang is out there that I talked about. Zai has now managed to shot that Aghanim Scepter, so another opponent that's have ready the team fight for the anti-team fight as well. We'll see it here. Yapsor comes in and we've got to go back to the real time.
Do we?
I guess that was quick. We saw what we needed.
We did. He hit it.
The replay was as quick as sort of the Yapsor's reaction setup.
It seems just really difficult for VP to start the fights. That's just what it seems like time and time again. Secret just has this area that they just surround. Unable to reach Nisha 8-1 and 8 on the Venom.
Let's see it again. Oh, it was so hard, yeah. Oh, a little slow this time. Oh, yeah. There we go. Thank you, Doug. It was a great.
Perfect.
It was.
Yeah, slow motion sound. Hear the Terrorblade dying.
I do love the slow motion orders.
Oh,
and Yapsor again, getting another use out of it. Not as fancy as the 3-man, but it's able to trip up Roger as he catches out the bird.
It's going to be gone anyway.
Yeah,
We're probably about to be gone.
Yeah.
Desperation. So what's the next item? I think Ramses almost needs a blink dagger. They might even need. They just. It's so weird because you're playing versus Venno and Zeus and stuff. It's so hard to actually be using blink daggers at all. I don't know how they really get this fight started themselves.
Connor, how do you deal with PL Army? Is there not even sort of the temptation for someone to get him a Yone? So you make it harder, but then who's going to build that?
Dyer's bottom tower is
You don't really want to get it on team. So
I mean, you can't go for the blinks, yeah. You actually just can't. I don't know how you get the fight started.
What does Ramses get? I mean, he is. I mean, the one thing that we're really yet to see is if they do find their own team fight, their own RPs. Yeah, Ramses, he has a ridiculous amount of damage instead of, as we said, with the buffs.
If they can. That's really getting the
split from Puppy, starting to poke at them. They catch out the Phoenix again, as Roger's going to have to buy back. Can't afford to lose another team fight. BP as they're now 9k behind. Secret taking a strong lead in this game. Solo leads in, chasing down Yapso. Yapso backs up with the Lotus on the bottom end. There's Sunstrike, but it's going to be off the mark. Solo getting trapped in by the illusions. The Spirit Lance comes in to finish him off as Mid1 gets the kill. Ramses heads in with the BKB and the Metamorphosis. Rebecca down as well. He's got the vision on Tanisha. RP's going to be popped just for the Tanisha kill. They do manage to get away with it, but it is just the Venomancer. Again, they're having to blow along this VP. Yapso starting to come back in. Jumps forward for Telekinesis. They're trying to burst Ramses down in time, but they can't. Gets the Thunder off. Mid1's on top of him, but no one's able to get him up there with the Tornado. The EMP laid down, and Ramses can keep the distance. The ice will slow down Mid1 a little bit. He's still got that power. Looking forward. He's got a big army building up, as he's on top of Pasha. Pasha trying his best to run himself away, and it's enough. Keep the distance. Ramses can turn. Sunstrike will not connect Zai. TPs to safety. But Secret, they drew away quite a bit off the back of that fight, losing 4. I believe Ramses at least getting a triple kill out of that fight as well.
So that's the way you start the fight. You wait for the Bruce split to be down and you just hope for the best, and you can just charge. They actually just have to charge into the backlines. It's still very difficult, but somehow they make that work. That was pretty
remarkable. That's a big step up for Ramses, as you can see now, jumping a little bit 1,000 ahead of Mid1's PL, despite Mid1's fantastic performance so far. And you know, you did see sort of how scary that PL is at the end of the fight, nearly bringing down multiple members of VP. Not quite. He was sort of on his own after the rest of Secret have pulled by his side.
No buyback on. He spent his gold on Eagle.
See how much VP can poke out of them. They are about by the outside of the base. Roger's got a full Shiva's guard as well.
They got, I mean, they got so much gold from that one. It was like 8k gold.
9k
swings. 9k, right? Okay. Yeah, 8k gold to go. Pasha now has a Blink Dagger. Almost finished the 2. Several big items. So BKBs could be a very big success. I mean, they've already got 2 on BP, but if they also get a BKB on Pasha as well as Roger, then they can just really charge forward and allow Ramses and no one to use their spells at the most efficiency.
I mean, so sort of that play down at that tier 2 tower, do you think, was that just a bit of a mistake from Secret trying to force that fight?
Yeah.
They didn't need to do that?
It did seem like it, because they just picked up like the Eagle Song, they just had successful fights. It seemed like a really awkward location too, right? They were like inside the tree line fighting.
Yeah, they sort of did very edge of that.
Where it's like Secret, they can fight in open areas really easily. And even in like some like confined mode, but in that type of area where it's like along like a side route, that's where you'll give the avenue labs and get on. But it's still, I mean, it's still very hard for BP to get those off. It's remarkable that they now it's completely swung.
Really is. Ramses, he's going to go for the butterfly. The money, so full butterfly.
Best item versus PL.
On the
best item versus PL. PL also is going to have evasion, but Powerblade can itemize deal with evasion a little bit better in my opinion. Sure, MKB gives you the accuracy on your illusion PL too, but it's not an item that you ideally want.
Butterfly and by side pipe. There's a lot of ways. That team aligned. They're smoking up. Thundergod's Wrath will scout out the movement. They know that BP's around that mid lane.
Smoke is also a very efficient tool for them to set up onto fights and collapse top of Veno as well as produce. Roche is spotted. BP. Well, 18 forward.
Get started here. Mid1 sending in a Spirit Lance. So it's going to be the Supernova popped immediately as Mid1 will jump forward onto the egg in a attempt to get it down, but can he actually hit it? Yeah, he's not got enough hits. He commits for it, but he doesn't have enough attacks to take down the egg. Now the turnaround there with the Sunray out. Mid1 has to retreat. On the side, Pasha blows the RP just off the solo Zeus as Mid1 is focused down by Ramses and Roger. He's still alive with the doppelganger though. Mid1 will finally fall. Buys back though as he knows that they're low on VP. Ramses turns to Puppy. Ramses is disabled by the telekinesis. They'll lose the Terrorblade. They'll catch out Solo as well. As Solo left behind by the rest of his team. This did cost them the buyback. He's Glimmercate.
They gotta go for Roche on Secret. They
Wait, Solo's actually gonna be able to... Yeah, so knows he's still around. Not quite able to out-juke him there with the Glimmercape as they will come back. Finish on Solo. Terrorblade is dead for 70 seconds.
Straight to
Roshan is up. You've got to get in there as Secret.
Yapsor still has our piece of ball.
Oh, he got it.
He did get it again.
Oh.
He got it
Oh,
literally instantly as soon as Pasha used it. that buyback, well worth it for mid one.
Absolutely, if they can get this rush, 100. Great instant buyback. It's always going to be appealing with VP sort of drawing out a fight around that shrine. No one's seen that opportunity to get straight back in. Get into the pit, into this Roshan. Is there anything VP can do? They've got 3 alive.
These fights
They can't do that. They've got to let us go.
These fights are such absolute chaos, with everybody's blinks getting cancelled constantly by Benno wards, Benno poison over as well. So many different trying to keep track. And the fight just keeps getting split up. Lots of Cataclysm. Okay. Much, but
Good one with the Aegis. Cheese is gonna go the way of Nisha. Yeah, Nisha to make sure he does always get off that ult in the center of that act. A lot of scary damage. BKB charges, but getting a little lower. What are the BKB timings at the moment on this terrible?
should be done 5 or 6 already.
6 on the TB and 7
okay,
still on the Invoker.
Okay. They do have level 20 on Benno with Agony now, so that damage is pretty ridiculous.
And do you like this approach as well from BP? I said obviously Roger got his Shiva's Guard, no one as well as we've seen, he has a Shiva's Guard as well, so having 2 just to help deal with the PL army.
Yeah, I think
it's a good approach.
I don't think you can ever really be mad about
having 2
Shivas versus
okay.
PL. I think in some situations you can be, but if you're Phoenix, you want to have Shivas just to protect your egg. That little bit of attack speed slow can always be incredibly useful, and then clear out some illusion. And no one absolutely needs an armor.
Absolutely. You don't want to get 18.
No.
Yo, we have some puppy having a bit of a look at him.
They don't have any other. They don't have a core near them though, so they don't want to set up the bounty runes. All 4 will be claimed.
Double damage.
4th game. And it's win probability. And by win probability, hockey does work. And
what does it say?
It's only like 20% for Secret. Been up and down all over the place as well, similar to the
20%
already.
Right?
I can't be reading. Sorry,
bottom,
60%.
bottom left. Look at to the bottom left.
61. Sorry.
61%.
The number was darkened.
How
does that mean that they're winning? I was like, how does that mean that they're winning it?
Trouble. Happy. Run this one down. Ash is hiding. Not gonna make it. Good size there. Lightning bolt coming through, and that's Pash dead. It's got buyback, and the push comes. Secret. Certainly good. This is the moment. This here by heart. Agent. Straight away, they're looking to kick things off. They get themselves on top of no one.
The RP?
The stolen RP and dealing him down through that BKB allows him to kill him once. He'll buy back for this defense. Really don't want to let these melee rounds go, but is there anything they can do to get Secret off them? Fortification comes out from BP. Secret pushing on, and they're taking it. As Ramses can't do anything to stop them, they're really holding on to the buyback from Pasha.
I mean, especially
going to come out now, though.
when mid-one is level 25 with this low-level doppel, reflection is pretty much, it's just not going to do the same as it. You just keep removing it over and over again with that doppel.
Just getting impeached, it's a bit low on the mana front. Dive forward here, and that's going to get into a perfect position with the Supernova there. Roger with the placement. The skewer back, the doppelganger is not going to save him from the Supernova stun. He's still going to try and play his way out. He's incredibly tanky, but they've got the AoE to burn through that Aegis, take down mid-one the once, and with the meatball down upon him, they're ready to try and go for a second time, and they can clear through these illusions. Mid-one looking to get on top of no one, but he's outnumbered and surrounded by BP.
He's got so much money. He used his buyback earlier.
Oh, they should know this, right, as well?
They should definitely know this.
They should know this. They knew that he bought back around that Roshan fight. Now is the time to go for V. And, I mean, Roger there, well, that dive range.
Sick.
Coming in with that long-range dive, able to find the brilliant, because you saw that, what was the play there for Secret? They can't hit the egg, they have to run away, but they're losing the fight either way. As soon as that egg's gone off, that's the fight won.
They can't kill the egg at this point.
They can't do anything about that.
Definitely
So sort of
not.
Phoenix, this is why VP, they'll take that Phoenix straight up in the draft, as it can just pull off plays like that there really there's very little answers to.
No, there's like no way for them to kill the egg. And now also no one has the radio definitely flash too, so he's got another way to protect the egg. Even though he has to expend his buyback, so the Invoker has to be careful.
And
He still has meta on Terrorblade.
Yeah, he's got meta, and this is the buffs that we talked about. The alacrity, everything they can beat, they can buff him up, And there's no PL for a full minute to help for this defense from Secret. Nisha's going to go forward, try and come in with a big ult. We are going to see on the front, they catch out Roger. BP can push on still without their Phoenix. They're without Roger for 100 seconds. He's still with the BKB, but they are a little scared.
The spam, there's Rubik and Zeus, it's so much damage to clear out the creep waves. And all these Venom wards being placed down too. Poison Nova, not now.
Ash has got an RP though, but again, being hit by these wards.
So annoying to
cannot get that jump in. I mean, this is a big win for Secret in the sense that you just lost your PL for 2 minutes, but you don't lose any of your base. You're able to push back the enemy. Even though when they first came in with that push VP, they had a full 5-man ready. They had Metamorphosis, they had RP ready to go, but they weren't able to break the base. Secret are able to repel them.
I think VP's also, they're trying to be a little they did use the Invoker buyback, they did do the Magnus buyback as well, so they're like, we want to force the issue, but it can come at a huge risk losing the game abruptly, so they play a little bit more disciplined and the next big items. Invoker had a full Octarine ready to be first. Ramsey also had like 7,000 volts, 1,000 volts.
Well, what is he getting next?
Satanic. Okay. Getting rid of the hood, he popped the Satanic immediately as got it.
And he did it, he took the Sun to cooldown right this game.
To watch for that mana cost. But this could actually be important. This is random, but there's a haste rune on Kasha. Okay. This could actually give him an opportunity to get him in. He's also got the level 20 for that skewer range as well. We're gonna watch for that one. But both sides, Secret, I believe they do have the PL with buyback now. He still don't have theirs, and no one did spend.
How long is it until no one's got the
4 minutes?
4 minutes still.
3 minutes 40, and he doesn't have the gold. They're gonna try to push out the side lanes. You see Solo's actually the one.
Got a fair bit of Solo as well.
I mean, he's got a big push. They're gonna have to deal with this push bottom actually, because it's a double catapult wave. Secret has to back up too. We'll actually lose their.
They're starting to head out a little bit up top. Secret are still around this area of the map. Puppy.
Roger.
Potential starts to be off. The Primal Split's going to come through. Roger plus the Shiva's Gut goes for the ult. Trying to take the step down and bring in the PL. The ult is coming in. Can they get the exit? Yeah, successful. They're going to be able to put us down. Now what? Mid one trying to double gang away. Comes down. No, he's out for 2 minutes. He's dead for 2 minutes. Solo's dead as well. With no buyback on the Invoker, no buyback on Patches Magnus. This is going to be game over, I think. There's no terribly can't buy back. But mid one just picking up an ultra. They have to defend a 3. I don't think they can, Bob. There's no Magnus. There's no Invoker. And Secret, they've got the full 5-man ready to go as they made the call to make that jump. And no, I don't. BKB off. He did get the BKB, but it's just so short at this point of the game.
He just gets shredded. One lit and gets surrounded by
GG.
It's
over. GG. Game over.
What an incredibly back and forth game.
Secret able to do it in game 2, and
I'm pretty surprised that VP was able to take some of those fights. We were mentioning the area that they can actually set up on the side of Secret with these Venom wards, and that control made it so hard for VP to actually start and just get into the fights.